We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on a job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah, nah. You can't stop this, no way. Yo.
There you go. This is your wife? Huh? Yeah. All praises. God said marriage is what? Honorable. What's up?
I learned from y'all. Church ain't teaching me nothing.
They ain't teaching nothing. They are not teaching. What they teaching you is this right here.
And that's Caesar, and that's true.
Where was TD Jakes when all the rioting was going on?
Right.
Where was Creflo dollars? Take all your dollars at.
Right.
Hey, I'll ask where some of these pastors at for these churches at.
No, they're not that.
Why they not in the streets preaching?
Bring it out.
Why they not at the on the corners screaming out to the blind, screaming out to those who are sick? Where they at?
They want their rent money.
They want their what? They want their rent money. You see that?
Right in there.
Damn.
Everybody gonna be spending this money. Oh,
Right.
I need to pay my time.
You see that? Come on, read what you got.
The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, perceive evil thoughts.
Evil what?
Evil thoughts.
So that person that said, God knows my heart, yes, he know by default. When you don't have the laws of God in your mind, by default, you evil. Watch this.
Adulteries, fornications.
So he said off top, off rip, we know adulteries in the mind of men. We are off top. If you don't have the laws of God to say, listen, I got to respect this woman. I got to take her uprightly. I got to marry her. And you just jumping from woman to woman to woman, smashing thought after thought, hitting up at the strip clubs, whoring out your sisters. God said, you don't respect me. He said, off top, I already know your thoughts. Off top, your heart ain't right. Read.
Adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness.
See that? And we see that a lot in our community. All those evil thoughts that lie in the hearts of our people, we reading it right now. God said, I know when my people don't have my wisdom and knowledge, they full of evil. They full of adultery, murder, death. That's all in their mind. But where are we going to get that cleaned up at? How are we going to get it cleaned up at? Give it to me again. Go. Psalms.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways? By taking heed thereto, according to thy word.
See that? According to thy word, the commandments of God. It don't change. If we apply it in our lives, it's going to be an ultimate weapon in our hand.
That's right.
We just got to apply. I'm going to give you one law, and you tell me how important this law is. You know what I want. Leviticus 19 and 17. Right now, if we apply this one law in Chicago, Baltimore, wherever we at, wherever ghetto that the Jews resort. Huh? Oh, yeah, you know where I'm going. Watch this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
This is where it was quoted from. This is where Christ quoted it from. So it was a law. Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Don't hate your brother. Don't hate your sister. Kill the beef. We're reading it right here in the Bible. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Correct your brother or your sister. They wrong. Listen, you got to let them know they wrong. If they tell you you wrong, you got to just accept it. Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Don't let them fall into a place of sin, because what's going to happen? Y'all going to have bitterness, anger one to another. And once that bitterness grow and grow and grow, what's going to happen? You're going to do something you regret. Read.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any...
How many, you see the word avenge is in there? Because of hate, anger. It said, no, you shall not. That right there, that anger, that avenging, should not be found in the children of Israel, who's a holy people unto me.
Bring it out.
Read.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge.
Any what?
Any grudge.
So you can't have no grudges with nobody. None of that. And what happens? Most of these gangs have it, right? You could jump. Our young brothers jump in these gangs that have grudges against another gang. Brothers against brothers. They could be on the same block, But just because of colors, we divided. Just because of what set you claim, we divided. God said, nah, not my kids. None of my children, my chosen kids that I taught wrong from right. That should not be found in them. Read.
Nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You heard that last part, the children of thy people. Who's the children of thy people, brother? Who's the children of your people? Who's your people? Yeah, the blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, they are called the Israelites.
That's right.
God said, y'all my holy people, you shouldn't be bearing no grudges. Now remember, I told you I got a question for y'all. If we was to implement this one law right now, Chicago, Miami, New York, everywhere we at, everywhere they call a ghetto or a hood, what condition would it be right now if we implemented this law? It'll be called what? She said it. It will be called the suburbs. They will put respect on our name. Police would have to mark those areas so those white folks can't cross over. Shotgun line if they cross over. It would be considered a what? A suburb. Just because of that one law. No hatred, no grudges. Everybody getting along. Hey, brother, you know you did something wrong to me. Hey, let's squash that right now. I'm sorry. Hey, what you need? Your family needs some food? Hey, I know y'all didn't give me food last year, but I got food for y'all. That's a law.
Every store, black-owned store.
Right. That's another thing. Black-owned store. That's something that's been neglected over and over. Why? Because of one bad customer service, or they ain't got what you like. You got to have patience for your brother. That's another thing. That's a solid gem right there. But we need to begin to apply God's laws. It's not going nowhere. And you got to understand, this earth is going to be judged. It's going to be judged by fire. And one thing that's going to happen is you're going to stand before the Lord and the books is going to open. Give me that in Revelations.
Right, that's right.
The books is going to open. What you think? What book's going to open up?
No.
What you think? That's why it's so important. You think it's by coincidence this book is open? And we letting you know you are the same people of this book. You the same one God put in slavery for not keeping his commandments. You the same people that once I turned y'all back on them, he said, all right, let the cracker loose on them now. Make sure they get gunned down in every ghetto. Everywhere they live at, make sure it's called a hood. Make sure every time they driving and they see the red and blue lights pull up, they tighten up. Like, damn, man.
Bring it out.
Why you think that happened? Read that.
The book of Revelations, chapter 20, verse 12. The book of Revelations, chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great.
Now listen, this is final judgment. Final judgment. Listen good. Read.
And I saw the dead, small and great.
Small and great means rich and poor. Read.
Stand before God.
Now they all lined up, getting judged one by one. Based on what?
And the books were open.
Meaning every one of y'all assigned a book. And guess who's writing it? An angel standing right behind you. What's your name, brother? Huh? Andrew? You got an angel behind you writing everything you're doing. Hey, today on XYZ, Andrew said, I'm going to eat this pork sandwich. He didn't give a damn. And he wrote it down. Hey, this day she decided to not grab that dress and wear her pants. The books was open. One book is going to be the Holy Bible, full of laws. And then another book is going to be another book based on everything you did. Read.
And the books were open. And another book was open.
Another book. 2 books laid side by side. Read.
Which is the book of life.
Which is the what?
The book of life.
This Holy Bible is the book of life. You know why it's the book of life? Because it got laws to make sure you don't fall in a pit of sin.
Right.
It's the light. Meaning, if you're in a dark place, what's the best thing that might save your life? It's a light, right? Give me that Proverbs 6:23. You got to understand, 2 books will be open on Judgment Day. And when you stand before the Lord, what you want to be called? Good and faithful servant, or I never knew you? What you want to be known for? So that's that day. That's why it's very important that you take heed what's coming out. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
The commandments of God is a lamp. It's not hating your brother. That commandment is a lamp. So now next time when your brother talking sideways and try to start a fight with you, you know you're going to do what? Seek peace. Nah, brother, I'm good. Yeah, man, all right, it wasn't that serious. Fall back. Yeah, it wasn't that serious. You got it. You won. Make peace with that brother, right? So that way, you don't know if he got a gun or that be your day to die. But just because you implemented God's commandments, you got your life that day. Watch this.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
Is what?
Is light.
So in this dark world, God said, I'm going to give you some holy commandments that's going to shine like a light. And when they see you, they're going to be like, damn, bro, you shining right now. What's going on? Because you holding the book of life. Watch, I'm going to prove it. Christ said it out of his own mouth. Watch this.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 14.
Show them it's written in what color? What color is it written in?
Red.
Okay? It's written in the red. That means Christ said it. Watch what Christ said.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Meaning that city is no longer called a ghetto.
Right.
The nation of Israel, the blacks and Hispanic that other nations look down on, they're going to say, nah, y'all shining. Why? Because y'all implementing the light, the commandments of God. Watch this.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under verse 16. Let your light so shine before men.
Let your commandments shine before men. So next time when we see you, brother, you're going to be shining because now you dressed accordingly. Sis, you're going to be shining because you dressed accordingly. You letting the commandments of God shine through you. The way you communicate with your husband, that's a light.
That's right.
Because you don't know who's watching. Because yes, they will be watching. They want to see if you snapping your neck, you stomping your feet, pointing. They're gonna look. They want to see the words that come out your mouth. You too, brother. They want to see how you deal with this sister according to knowledge. Are you dealing with her how the Lord told you to deal with her? The other brothers are going to monitor that. Are you cheating on her? Are you sliding on her? That's being monitored. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So brothers, you too. How you walking in this world? Do you have envy, hatred towards your brother? That's being monitored by the younger brothers. They want to see. Remember, we read in Titus what? Let the aged men show the young brothers. Make sure that they great. Give me back. Go back to Titus. Go back to Titus 2. So you got to take these commandments, y'all. These commandments will save your life. Read. You got what I want? Titus 2. Come on. A lot of information, y'all. That's why I told you, don't go. Y'all got all the good news about we the chosen people, but then in order for you to maintain that good news, you got to apply the rules and regulations, the laws. Crunch time, y'all. Crunch time. Read.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 2. That the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith.
Now, all this ain't going to come overnight. That's why you got to do this. Go to, you know what I want? 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Watch this. It's not going to come overnight. That's why y'all got to do this. Watch this.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God.
So you got to study. You got to pick up this Bible and make sure you're studying. All right, we got classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week for free. Make sure you online, YouTube. Y'all got the flyers? Make sure you hold on to those flyers. There's a lot of information. We got a school out here now. I'm telling you, this thing is moving. All right, this thing is moving. We ain't going nowhere until Christ come back and take over this planet.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I've been tuned into since 2015.
Right.
So I know a little bit about it.
All right.
I did fall off. I was like, I don't know, I just
okay.
Like, oh my God, I gotta do this.
That's right. That's right.
I gotta do it.
There you go. Give me that in Psalms 119, 59 and 60. Watch this. So don't let the day go by. Hey, you hear this word and let it go one in and out. All right, that's church. And we just told you the church has been lying to it for far too long. What we showing you is facts. Right. Did we not go into the slave ships and we just read it out of the Bible? Facts. We let you know. Watch this. Give me that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste.
I made what?
I made haste.
You know what the word haste means? It means quickly, fast. He said, damn, I was doing my own thing, but thought on my way. And I made haste to do what?
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandment.
Over and over and over and over, you're going to hear commandments, laws, commandments, laws. Because remember, we not ordinary folks.
That's right.
We not ordinary folks. We ain't niggas and spicks anymore. We know how to read. We got our book back. So once you got your book back, I'm going to give you an example. You in a fight for your life, death, and then the weapon falls on the ground. Both of y'all fighting, the weapons fall on the ground, right? Now you got hold of that weapon. You're going to do what? You're going to do some damage.
That's right.
You're going to do some damage. This is our weapon, y'all. This is the weapon that they've been trying to keep from us from war a long time, since slavery. They told us this was our God. They pushed that crap to us for years. That's why we got the Jesus peace up to now. You got rappers pushing the Jesus peace. They thought that was Jesus, but Jesus is a black man according to the Bible. We ain't been taught that, but now the truth is here. We got the weapon in our hand. What you gonna do to that weapon? With that weapon, you gonna destroy those people that was lying to you, that gunned you down, right? You gotta kill them with this, the word. You know what I want in Corinthians? Give me that in Corinthians. So God said, make haste, hurry up and snatch up that weapon. Pick it up, defend yourself. Watch this verse. Give me, was it 2 Corinthians 10?
That's the only thing I really disagree with.
With what?
Because if we all practice the same, you know what I'm saying? You know, to me it don't matter if they would go white or black.
It does matter.
I'm saying, if you're not gonna respect it, they kill us, but they pray to the same motherfuckers.
They've been praying to a lie. There you go. And guess what? Today's your day. Guess who they've been praying to? They've been praying to Satan. That's who their God is. You see what I'm saying? That's who they've been playing. We have the real true God. Give me that in Psalm. Hold that in Corinthians. Give me Psalms, you know what I want? 96.
94:16?
No, not 94:16. Hold on. Get 6 and 5. We start at verse 4. You're going to see who the other nations been praying to.
But you see how the Bible says, don't lean on your own understanding.
There you go. Don't lean on your understanding.
But if these crackers are going to give it to us, that's
right.
why niggas so fucked up.
Right.
They understand this, but they
absolutely. Absolutely. So now, God giving us the keys on how to wipe out the mud out your eye. Get cleaned up and get to learn the truth. Watch this.
6 and 5?
You
said 6 and 5.
No, 96 and 5. Excuse me. 96 and 5. No, the bloodshed is not going to be done by us, y'all. You got to understand. It's not going to be done by us. What it's going to be done by is going to be done by the Most High. That's why he told you, don't touch them. Fall back. Vengeance is mine. Because we ain't no damage we can really do to them. Right. Ain't no amount of weapons. Guess what? You got the guns. You can have the yappas, whatever. Who make the bullets? So you telling me you're going to start shooting and then you got to go buy the bullets from the white man again? Come on, brother. Stop. That's no sense. Even if you... Yeah, well, okay, you say that now, but you got to understand, this white man was blessed with he's a military genius. That was his blessing. We was created to be a nation of priests. Our hands got to be clean, brother.
For 400 years, we can't go, you feel me? They done did 400 years worth of damage. We only been free for what, 100 and what? Well, damn, not even 100 yet. So,
but what caused us to get there?
I'm saying, I already know they ain't shit that we can do.
Okay, that's why I go back to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. Yeah, but listen, go to watch this. Oh, weapons.
The book of 2 Corinthians.
Listen good. Listen for all the brothers I know that are angry, mad, you know, they hate the white man, but God gave you a tool on them in the pockets. We got to hit them in, guess what? You going to go celebrate Halloween? Christmas? Okay, that's how you hit them, because they banking off of us 24/7 off of it. Watch this.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
What?
Are not carnal.
Meaning it's not made out of no material. It can't, not no iron. Remember, our real weapon is this. Because our forefathers were scholars. There was prophets. And they knew how to wipe out nations, take out nations with this and this. You understand that? Watch this.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
Strongholds. One of the strongholds is this. Do you have enough knowledge and understanding to go teach 20 kids right now and prove to them this is not God? Do you have that ability to do that? Because once you're able to teach these kids, right, this is a damn lie. Or teach your brothers, teach anybody in your perimeter, your family, that this is not God, you could take over a nation. But if you can't even do that, brother, you got to learn yourself. You need the weapon. You ain't properly armed yet. Because before, watch this, before America took over, before the white man took over America, what did they do? They sent the priests first, the Jesuit priests, right? Oh, we here for peace. And then what they did, they came with weapons of war. You see what I'm saying? We must first take back our community. Huh?
But you forgot why they was running.
Why they was what? Who was running? Why they was running? They wasn't running. Who won? Who won? We got the history right here. Watch this. Bring it out.
Didn't they come from England?
They came from England. Okay.
They running from the Catholic Church.
They own people. They were just rebels brothers fighting amongst each other. That's all it was. But eventually, when they came over, what happened? They took over. They took over.
I feel like that's the real premises behind everything. Anybody that comes here can prosper and set the rules of the premise. You get what I'm saying?
No.
All the way back. Yeah.
What you mean? The ones that's from here could prosper? Would you explain that part?
No, the ones that's not.
Or the ones that's not from here? Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. We got some history for you. Watch this. I want you to understand. There's no weapon that you could go ahead and create and try to battle that man. God told you up front, when I gave you the land, I gave it to you, but you turned your back on me. I blessed this white man with the weapons of war, the knowledge and understanding how to fight. That was his blessing. That's why he's the best hunter on the planet. Any planet animals, they dissect animals to go, they put a camera up an ant's ass so they can understand how the ant works. They'll have a whole documentary on these tiny little animals because they got cameras created that. That's how military mind he is. He need to understand. There's something I was just looking up. It's called psychology. You know what psychology means? Psychology is the study of the mental process. They need to know how you don't think they've been done that to us? They were so able to do that to us that, listen, watch this. That you would have $200 on a plantation and only 5 white masters. That's it. How you think they was able to do that? There you go with their psychology. They beat you, they changed your name, they took your heritage from you, and then they say, hey, we those good old folks. We are God. We are Christ. You want a day off? We're going to give it to you on Sunday. You're going to do what we want you to do if you want them chains off your backs. You want me to stop beating you with this whip? You're going to do. That's the psychology. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what happened. That's why God said first battle is here. We must regain that battle. We have to gain it. The only way we're going to gain it is through this. Read Corinthians one more time and then read that history. Read that history. We're going to show you. This is what we got, the history books. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
It's not carnal. Not the guns, the knives, the Uzis, the AKs, the Yappas. It's not happening. They created the Yappas. You understand what I'm saying? Watch, read.
But mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
Strongholds are the strongholds that's on the minds of our people today. They still think they trying to get along with the white man. They don't know how to come back and raise their children to go to these prestigious colleges and come back and build up their own. They don't know how to do that. They send them off. Becky snatch them off at Harvard, but they us. They don't know how to come back to their own community and build up their own community. They don't have that wisdom. But God shows you that wisdom. Watch this. Read. This is go to Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. He showed you what to do. Remember we read a law earlier, right? Leviticus and 19. It says don't hate your brother, right? Now this is the next level of understanding on what we need to do to destroy our enemies. Watch.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together. Who?
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
You see that old nation that's not desired? Meaning there's a nation on the planet that the world does not desire. They hate them so much, they put chains on them. All right? That's us. We are that nation.
That's right.
Now read the rule one more time. Read that rule one more time in Zephaniah 2 and 1. Because it's heavy. It's heavy. Watch.
Gather yourselves together.
Your money, gather together. Read.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Read.
Before the decree bring forth.
Before Christ comes and cracks open the sky to deliver his people, he said you must be found gathered together. Right. Should you be gathered together under the banner of Islam or Christianity, all this other crap, or as a crippled blood? No. He said be found, come together as the Israelites.
That's right.
Because all that other crap is garbage. Right. Give me that now on Psalms. Go to Psalms now. That's what I wanted to bring out. You're not going to win under the banner of, what's that group with the guns name? NFCA. You ain't going to win. You don't think they're being monitored already? You don't think they've been infiltrated already? That is testing. They're like, hold up. Let's see how angry these black folks is. We're going to create these sects that's going to pretend to be against white folks. That's testing. That's part of their psychology. They've been doing that for centuries already, y'all. You don't think they did that to Nat Turner? You saw the movie, what's that, Birth of the Nation? What caused Nat Turner to get flipped on? Who flipped on him? His own people. Why? Because they didn't gather themselves together. Read, watch. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods gods of the nations.
Listen, all the gods, Islam, Muhammad, the white man, Jesus, Buddha. Watch this.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
They are idols. They nothing. Only the God that truly exists is the God of the Israelites.
That's right.
That's it. The creator of heaven and earth. You can see his miracles. Earlier, I asked the brother and the sister, can you make your heart stop? Can you tell yourself stop breathing? That's how you have the evidence of a powerful God right now. That's your evidence right there. But you got to work for that. Watch.
But the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him.
Honor and majesty. Put some respect on his name. And the way you do that is keeping his commandments. He said, gather together. All right, before the decree rings out. The decree means before your ass get put to death.
Right.
For doing what? Not keeping his commandments.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.